You know how your mind just races sometimes?
Oh, yeah.
Like you're stuck replaying some embarrassing thing from years back, or maybe you're stressing about every single thing that could go wrong tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Happens to everyone, I think.
Yeah, seems like it. We spend so much time, mentally living anywhere but right here, right
Right.
now.
Exactly.
So today on the deep dive, we thought we'd explore a way to maybe hit pause on that. We're looking at Osho's ideas about the present moment.
Right. We've been digging into some excerpts from his teachings, and this whole idea of living in the now, it's like super central to everything he talked about.
So think of this as a kind of shortcut.
Yeah, maybe a shortcut to understanding one of his big ideas and seeing if it, clicks for you.
Okay, so our mission then is pretty clear. Let's unpack what Osho really meant by the present moment.
And maybe why it actually matters for, like, how you feel day to day.
Right. Where do we start? Is there a key quote or something?
There is a really famous one. He said, "The past is no more, the future is not yet, and the only reality is the present."
Huh.
Simple. Deceptively simple, isn't it? Sounds almost obvious, but there's a lot packed in there.
Yeah, it makes you stop. Because, logically, he's right. Past is gone. Future isn't here.
Mm-hmm.
So why are our brains so obsessed with them? What's the mental traffic jam keeping us out of the now?
Well, that's where Osho's view of the mind gets really interesting. He saw it as this amazing thing, obviously, but also kind of the main obstacle.
The obstacle to being present.
Yeah, because it's always chattering, right? Going over old stuff, rehearsing future conversations, stuff that probably won't even happen like we imagine.
It's like having a noisy roommate in your head.
Ah, exactly. A noisy mental roommate who just won't shut up about things that aren't even happening now.
Relatable.
Yeah,
Didn't Osho have like an analogy for this? Something about a monkey?
he did, yeah. The monkey mind.
Yeah.
He compared the mind to a monkey just like frantically jumping from branch to branch.
You're never still.
Never still. Always leaping to the next thought, the next worry, the next memory. And all that mental gymnastics, he said, it disconnects us from what's actually happening right now.
Yeah.
Puts up a sort of fog.
And living in that fog. That's where the stress comes from, right? The dissatisfaction.
That's what he argued. It's like trying to, I don't know, enjoy a beautiful sunset while you're arguing on the phone and mentally making a shopping list.
You're not really seeing the sunset.
Yeah, exactly. You're missing it. And Osho's point was that real happiness, genuine fulfillment, it's not something you find later or something you lost back then.
It's here.
It's only accessible now, in the present. When we manage to quiet that monkey mind, even just a little, and focus here, that's when we open up to, like, the richness of life.
That clicks. You know those moments when you're totally absorbed, like watching a kid laugh or you finally figure out a tough problem?
Mm-hmm.
Your mind isn't racing then. It's just there. The chatter fades.
Right. Think about joy, love, creativity.
Yeah.
You can't schedule those feelings, can you?
Huh. No, definitely not. Okay, Tuesday at 3, I'll feel joy.
Right. They just happen. They arise in the present. And if our attention is constantly split, constantly somewhere else,
We miss them.
we miss them. The good stuff just slips through because we're preoccupied. And that's what living in the moment really is, being fully here, engaged.
So it's not about like ignoring the past or pretending we don't need to plan for the future.
No, not at all. It's more about choosing where your focus is.
Yeah.
Consciously. If you're washing dishes, actually feel the water. If you're talking to someone, really listen.
Be present with that thing.
Yeah. Decide to actually watch the movie, not just scroll on your phone while it's on.
Okay. And this ties into letting go of control too, doesn't it? Osho talked about that.
He did. This idea of surrendering to the moment. Letting go of that constant need to manage everything, predict everything.
Which is exhausting and usually pointless.
Right. We spend so much energy trying to control the future, which, let's be honest, is like herding cats.
Totally. So what's the alternative? Just float along?
Not exactly passively. Osho suggested trusting the natural flow a bit more, responding to what actually happens right now instead of constantly battling potential futures in your head.
Okay.
When you stop fighting reality so much, trying to bend it to your will all the time, there's often this sense of peace,
Yeah.
less anxiety.
Right. Because you're not wrestling with phantoms. Okay, this sounds good, maybe even necessary. But how? How do we actually, tame the monkey?
Good question.
Wow.
Practical steps. This is where Osho really emphasized things like meditation.
Ah, meditation. Okay. Sitting cross-legged, eyes closed.
That's one way, for sure.
Yeah.
But Osho's view was much broader than just formal sitting.
Okay.
For him, meditation was really about cultivating awareness, learning to just watch your thoughts and feelings without judging them.
Like noticing clouds drift by.
Exactly like that. You see the thought, you see the feeling, but you don't get swept away by it. And crucially, he said to bring this awareness into everyday
Oh,
stuff.
washing the dishes.
Yeah. Or eating, walking, listening. Really savor the food. Feel your feet on the ground. Truly hear the person talking to you. It's about making the ordinary mindful.
That feels doable, less intimidating than hours of silence.
It's about intention, awareness in the small things.
And how does this play out in, say, relationships? That seems important.
Hugely important. Osho felt that when you're truly present with someone else, like really there, without your mind full of old arguments or future worries about the relationship,
Then you connect better.
you connect much more deeply, authentically, love, understanding. They need that present moment attention to really flourish. We have to be there with the other person
Makes sense. How often are we physically with someone but mentally checked out?
all the time, right?
Yeah.
Only giving them half our attention.
Yeah.
So really, Osho's whole message here is like an invitation. Wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up to the life that's actually happening, which is always right now,
Let go of the past ghosts and future fantasies.
and embrace the reality of now.
Because, like he said, when we live in the present, we are truly alive.
That's the core of it. A powerful idea. Simple, but powerful.
Definitely give you something to chew on.
It does. And maybe, just as a little takeaway from this deep dive, think about the very next thing you do.
Okay.
Could be making coffee, checking your phone, whatever. Just try, for a moment, to bring your full attention to it.
Yeah.
It's that one simple action.
Notice what you notice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What does it actually feel like? What happens when you're fully present, just for that second? It's a small experiment.
But potentially revealing.
Could be. It's all about finding those little moments of awareness, you know?
Right here, right now. Okay. Definitely food for thought. Thanks for unpacking that.
My pleasure. It's always interesting to revisit these ideas